We're good?
What's this right here? This right here on your phone. Oh,
Pitch count.
okay. Different app.
Yeah. Washington campus. We got George Washington Trojans versus the South Bronx Phoenix. Yeah, they're the Phoenix. On the bump. Oh, this wind is picking up. On the bump, we got Alfred Alcantara. First pitch, strike right down the pipe.
Strike one.
Pitch is now behind in the count. This is what we want to see our pitchers do. Start off strong, throwing strikes early on. Ooh, strike two called. Batter disagrees on that one. Thought it was a little high, but I've got plenty of wiggle room now. Count is 0-2.
Get ready, Jarvis.
Batter's probably going to be defending the plate at this point, swinging anything near. Ooh, strike three called looking.
Talk about the
Backwards K.
talk about the fast strikeout right there in the first inning.
Hey, 1, 2, 3. That's as efficient as it comes. 3 pitches and an out. After starting off this outing really strong.
Right.
Last game, it took him a while to find his zone, but it was colder that day.
So speaking of last game, do you know the stats of what happened between George Washington and Inwood yesterday when they was away?
Not sure.
So GW lost their first home road game against Inwood campus by a score of 5-0. So now they got a first loss of the season.
Wow. No more perfect record for G Dubs, but I still think they got the best record in the
But
division.
you know what though? You know what's good though? They won the tournament this spring break, the James Monroe.
That's right. They're playing the Monroe tournament down in the Bronx. That's all they were talking about. These kids.
I mean, that's an exciting accomplishment. When the last time they actually won a chip there? And
Ooh, high fly ball to the right fielder. He moves back,
nice.
and
Oh,
it
wow.
is out of here.
Wow.
Home run.
One.
Home run for the South Bronx Phoenix. Starting off strong.
Wow. What a talk about. We don't get a lot of home runs here, but wow, the first one this season so
First
far.
one in the season.
Let's see.
Hey, that thing, it carried. It went up and then went up and then went up and it just never came back.
Incredible.
Matter of fact, I think that's the actual first big hit Alfred has given this season, at least at home. So South Bronx is up 1-0 with 1 out, no one on base, and called strike right down the pipe. What happened there was that Alfred is pounding the strike zone, and he almost became a pitching machine at that point.
That's right. Hits a line drive to second, goes to first. 1 out.
Second out of the inning.
Oh, second out. I apologize. I totally forgot about the strikeout that happened.
The strikeout. Alfred, don't take away the strikeout
I
from a
mean,
pitcher.
you're right,
They
you're
love
right,
those.
you're right. I mean, I was still fascinated by the whole run, though. 2 outs.
I mean, it ain't every day you see home runs at the high school level, and that was a legit hit. That was he got that ball good.
For sure, for sure.
He knew it was out when when the right fielder started slowing down. Ooh, was that a changeup? First pitch strike. I think that was a changeup. That was not his usual
So,
fastball right
so
there.
I got the recent lineup for the South Bronx. Robert G is on bat.
Ooh, ball's on the
Oh,
dirt.
hit
Did
him.
it hit his foot?
Yeah.
He's dancing like it did.
I think he's position number 9. I believe that's the catcher.
Number 9,
Position number 9, yeah.
position 3.
Oh, oh
That's a
yeah,
first
that's right.
baseman.
First baseman. You got it, you got it. Never mind. I apologize. See, I should not be commentating. But
Number 9 got hit by a pitch, so South Bronx, along with that home run, got a runner on first. 2 outs. Ooh, and strike down the pipe. That's a strike in every ballpark.
no matter how you look at it, a strike is a strike.
I think got to be careful. So he sees that South Bronx, they came here to swing. They're not gonna stare at strikes.
Oh, no doubt about that. I mean, look at the home run that we already have. That they already gave up.
Yes, sir.
As he goes 0-2.
Ball on the dirt.
Ball 1.
Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, 2 strike, 1 ball. As he calls time.
Better call time. Steps out, takes a few swings. Also gives Alfred a quick second to reset. The runner on first hasn't been taking any huge lead, so it's giving the impression that there ain't no plan to steal no bases anytime soon, especially with 2 outs. You don't want to steal with 2 outs. You don't want to be the last out
For sure.
caught stealing.
Low.
Pulled down to third base, but recovered and throws across the diamond for the last out of the inning. That is a 5-3 for the third out.
1 was.
All right.
Okay.
Top of the first is over, but not without South Bronx coming out strong. Boogie Down scored first. Let's see how the Trojans respond.
And we will-
See you back in a bit.
That's right.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.ideadbeat.com.
said no, look. Number 2 is batting. Let's see. Damn, no.
Is that
I
a
can use like
ball or strike?
I can make my own sound effects, right? Like, alright. Damn.
Melo takes that pitch for a ball. All right, just missed that one. Brian is showing some really good discipline, picking out
has
his
an
spot.
arm.
Yeah, pitcher does got an arm. He's throwing his steam, and called for the first strike there. But Brian is still ahead in the count. This is a batter's count. He gets to pick which pitch he's gonna swing at. Ooh, fouled it back. Just a tad bit late. Yeah, South Bronx, that pitcher, he's throwing down on these guys. It looks like he's just gonna challenge them all night. It winds up. Release. Oh, and a hard hit down to left, and it stays fair. Brian takes first and thinks about second, goes for it, and gets a standing double. He hesitated. He hesitated at first.
That was a good bat. Liked it.
Hit to left field.
Liked it.
No outs with a runner on second. This is exactly what the Trojans needed after the boogie down took over that first half inning with a home run. So now you could expect some aggressive base running from the Trojans. You might even see a bunt.
Yes.
Play some small ball, push that runner over to third, get the runner in scoring position. Then any fly ball or any single will get them in. And Brian got speed, so Carbone might send them right here. And there you go, presenting bunt. Oh, but bad bunt. Got fouled back. Hey, Corbin, you only get 2 strikes to bunt on. Third one you gotta swing. So Corbin is down 0-1. Let's see if he gets assigned to bunt again, or has he got the green light to swing. Carbone calling the hit and run. No, he's gonna go for the bunt. Second bunt. And he pulls back. High ball, got past the catcher, and that is an easy steal for Brian Melo off of a pass ball. Yeah, number 14 is the coach, your teacher. They ain't no players looking that brolic out here. Pitch now. Oh, another high pitch. Corbin now is in charge with 2 balls, 1 strike. This is the batter's count. And Carbone's just saying, put that ball in play, put it high and put it far so this run could come in, tie up this game, reset everything. Past 2 pitches have been high, and last one got past the catcher. Ooh, and a third high strike. Count is even now, 2-2. Brian is 90 feet from tying up the game, and Corbin has a possibility for an RBI. And strike 3, back to the bench for Corbin Mendez. Strike out looking for the South Bronx pitcher. Very impressive by the South Bronx pitcher indeed. This is Sobro. This is these guys is the school a couple of blocks away from my mom's house. I used to go to their schoolyard all the time to watch them play. I used to have a pit bull when I was little in the 90s, and we used to go to the South Bronx field and let my little girl go. First pitch high ball for Big Baby. And this is the guy that you want at the plate right now. You know what they say, pitcher that throws hard and a batter that bats harder, ball could go a long way. This could be the first home run for Big Baby at home. Look like a grown man, but that's Big Baby. That's Ramon Jimenez.
Yeah, that's a grown man.
Sometimes we gotta check them papers. Who knows? You seen the bench warmers, the IM-12. Ooh, strike down the pipe. Ramon, you ain't getting that pitch back. That's the one to swing at, but I get it. You want to work the count. You want to tire out that pitcher, make him throw as many strikes as possible this inning. Big Baby loads up and lets that one go high. Count is now 3-1. And Jimenez is in the driver's seat. He's going to pick one spot and one spot only. He ain't going to swing unless it looks like a watermelon to him. Yeah, because you know what? A hero's just a sandwich. A hero is just a sandwich. A walk will bring a runner to first and third. That's just as good with just one out. And he took that one. It was a strike. That was a clean strike. But it wasn't his pitch. And that's the comfort that you have when you're ahead in the count, when you have good pitch selection. You don't got to swing out a strike that you don't like. Now Big Baby is going to load up and defend. Anything that's near, he's going to go for, because the umpire is going to call. And it's hit high but foul.
Is that the ball boy?
They're all ball boys here. Even his foul balls go deep. It hit the fence. Big Baby got some power. I'll tell you that one. We got the guy out today. Patelito guy is here watching the game, enjoying the weather, supporting the Trojans. And ball 4. Now we got runners in the corners.
You know what? I feel like his strategy is just to throw it low.
Hey, you want to pull your table back a little
Hey,
bit?
for somebody that got that much power, you don't want to throw it down the pipe.
Yeah, a little bit. Pull the table back a little bit. Right on the edge of it.
Let's see what Carbon's giving Marcus a sign. Marcus was just staring down at Carbon with a runner on first and third. You could expect Big Baby to run here. This is almost a guaranteed steal. He's probably told Marcus hold off on this pitch. Oh, but he doesn't. He was, I guess, outdrawn. Big Baby was already at second. But strike one for Marcus. Swinging. Count 0-1. Look at that. Carbon's giving a bunch of signs, and most of them don't mean anything. That's all to trick the other team. There's maybe one thing out of that whole combination that actually means bunt or steal. Pitcher winds up, goes, and Big Baby walks to second base because nobody's throwing that down. Marcus is now evening the count, 1-1. Now the Trojans got runners on second and third with just one out. With one swing of the bat, we can not only tie, but take the lead. Foul towards the right fielder, but out of play. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. So yeah, I'm really familiar with the South Bronx campus and that field because that's where I grew up. Their field, you can pretty much trip and your head would hit the right field fence. That's how short it is. They actually have a rule down in Sobro where if you hit it out towards right field, it's a ground rule double. It's not a home run. That's how short that fence is. The pitch on the dirt, and Brian Mello's going to steal home and standing. Easy steal. And the first run comes from a pass ball. Game is tied up. 1-1 in the first inning.
The Bartolito guy is like, after this, he's gonna be like becoming like a millionaire. It's like,
As the weather gets better, the richer he gets. You know, you're gonna get more of a crowd, and this guy's gonna sell out.
here.
Oh, he already sold 3. Look at that.
especially here.
You know how us Hispanics like our pastelitos. And strike 3. Back to the bench for Marcus Peguero. That's the second out of the inning for that pitcher. So far, he's racking up Ks. The South Bronx pitcher, 1 with a strikeout looking and 1 strikeout swinging. Now up, Angel Gomez, who's been hitting solidly these past few games. First pitch strike. Strike in every ballpark. Angel is now down in the count 0-1. Big Baby is now at third base from that double steal
like
on the
he'll get
pass
nervous.
ball. Second pitch high. 1-1. You know what? The Trojans have been doing a good job working that pitcher, though. They're not just swinging. They're making him throw. And he's been throwing a lot this inning so far. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 pitches so far on the first inning. And he's still got to face Angel Gomez, who just took the second strike looking. Count tied up 2-2.
Have a heavy roster. Our roster is full of players.
With the count 2-2, Angel's going to be defending anything near, leaving that pitch high. Good eye by Angel Gomez. You saw the dust coming out of the catcher's mitt there. That's how you know this guy's throwing steam.
That'll hurt.
Oh, if you catch in the wrong spot, you could break a finger. Catcher position is one of the toughest position, and Angel earns a walk with 4 balls. Next up, Gerald Columna, our starting center fielder. Is anybody using the same pink bat? I think they're all using the same pink bat.
Yeah, so about the picture, man. About the picture. Talk to him, son.
Oh, no, I don't know about that. The pitcher's actually not doing bad. He's throwing hard.
It's scary. It's scary right now.
Yeah, it's a scary position right now. You got Gerald, who has power. You got a runner on third. You know that Angel is young, got legs. He's going to run. So a hit into the outfield might score too.
Yeah.
It's not just going to score down Big Baby. I'm eating my biscuit now from Popeyes. Want a piece? Nah, go away.
Un pedazo.
I don't bet I'll do my work.
I do your work all the time. Un pedazo.
Half the time. I do my work half the time. Toma.
Gracias.
Let's see what the South Bronx coach told the pitcher.
Yo, you want some?
And Angel takes the automatic steal. And first ball for Gerald. And call strike. That's a firm strike. You know what I want to see? I want to see these PSAL umps be extra emphatic like they do in DR and PR. You ever seen those umpires that like dance and jump and do all that stuff when people strike out? These umps over here are boring. Ooh, big swing, but I felt that gust all the way over here. He missed that one. That was strike 3 for Gerald Columna and the third out of the inning.
This is going to be a good game.
But the inning doesn't end before the Trojans tie it up 1-1.
Oh, my God.
This is going to be a good game. I agree.
Sorry. Their names on their back.
Yeah, they got their names on the back.
That's a highly funded school.
See you guys after this short break.
You already know, for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iditbeat.com.
Oh, hard hit towards third base, but the shortstop fields it, throws across the diamond, and easy out. Easy out. Routine right there. That's as routine as it gets. And that's as efficient as it gets. One pitch, one out. That's exactly what Alfred wants. He wants to see them swing at his first pitch, save his arm, let him go the yard, finish this game out. One pitch. 6-3. Alfred winds up, releases, and
That's loud.
high but strike. Talk about effective. Alfred so far has thrown 13 pitches. Only one has been called a ball. And 12 strikes. That is a 92.31% strike rate. I am teaching math this year, so. A wind up the release. And a pop-up. This should be routine. Routine fly to the shortstop for the second out. And that is an F6 for the second out. Alfred, as efficient as it gets.
Our team is so young, and their team is like,
3 pitches, 2 outs so far this inning.
that was-
Alfred is having the time of his life. Keeps this up, he might finish the game with less than 50 pitches. See, number 26 is now up. Hey, he'll take the home run as long as we back him up. Just one mistake. And a hard hit to third base, but caught. And, airmailed it to the softball team over there who's practicing. And the JV is taking their batting practice and just saw a massive error by our third baseman. That is an
damn, y'all messed up that monitor.
E5.
Today? Today?
E5.
Damn.
Yeah, it happened once already.
Damn, man.
Marcus Peguero just airmailed that last pitch. Fielded it nicely. He had plenty of time. He got the arm to get it through, but I guess he rushed the throw and threw it over Big Baby, who's pretty tall himself. For runner on second and 2 outs. Pass ball, but the runner holds up. Number 12 swings and falls behind in the count, 0-1. Second ball. And Alfred, after being super dominant with the first 2 batters, is,
Kind of slacking.
kind of, I wouldn't say,
Slacking.
slacking, as the youngsters say. No, he just doesn't have as much control, but it's because he had such a huge cushion. But for runner on second, and called strike, evened out the count at 2-2. Needs to get this next batter out to avoid being in a position where he needs to pound the plate to get out of this inning. And lo poncho, and that's the animation that I like to see with a big old K. Good job by the umpire. All right, Alfred gets out of this inning with minimal damage, and the score remains 1-1. See you guys after this short break.
You already know, for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iditbeat.com.
play ball. First pitch strike for the designated hitter, Luis Torres. Oh, and 2 for Luis Torres. Yeah, the South Bronx pitcher came out kind of looking like he's trying to prove a point there. And a late swing by Luis for the first out of the inning. Strikeout swinging for Luis Torres and 1 out.
That's Raul.
Raul
Yeah.
Mella steps up to bat, number 24. The second baseman for the Trojans. Highly talented young man. Oh, an aggressive swing, kind of looking like Robinson Cano there. That's a little Robinson Cano swing. He looked like Robinson Cano when he took that hack. And another aggressive swing, but I you know what?
I think he
I don't blame him.
He wants that out. I mean, not out, I'm sorry.
Well,
He just wants to hit it.
the South Bronx pitcher is only throwing strikes right now, but he went fishing for that one, and it caused them to sit right back down on that bench. Hopefully it's comfortable over there because people going back real quick to sit. I don't know why. Wow, 3 pitches for the second out.
Damn.
And that pitch inside pushes Yendry Peralta out the wave. For count to be 1-0. I think at his peak,
I think like a 90. He's hitting a 90 right now.
he might be cruising closer to 90, upper 80s,
Grown man,
definitely
bro.
upper 80s.
Oh my God.
And he is gassing the Trojans.
What did I say?
He came out here with no mercy. He said, "I heard that this is the best team, and I'm gonna show them my best stuff. Let's see what they do to
Oh, he's a
to
grown
me."
man, I'm sorry.
Let me tell you, this guy said, "Show me the best team, and I will strike them out." And this is what he intended to do today.
Strikeout.
Striking out the side, KKK, 3 in a row. This Phoenix pitcher is on fire. He's pitching like a grown man, I'll tell you that one. Number 44, I bet you there's definitely some colleges looking at him. Excellent pitching by the South Bronx Phoenix pitcher, and we'll see you in a bit.
You already know, for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iDeadBeat.com.
And we are back, top of the 3rd inning, and a hard hit to left field, but pulled foul. Number 13 for the South Bronx Phoenix, the leadoff batter, top of the lineup. Last time up, he struck out looking and takes the second pitch high, evening out the count 1-1. Man, I could just imagine what's going through Alfred's head right now. After seeing that other pitcher from South Bronx pitch a gem against his teammates, he wants to come out here and also say, hey, I'm top dog on this hill. This is my mound. This is my home. You ain't gonna
That's
outpitch
right.
me.
You gotta make that statement. And
Alfie ain't gonna let
we
a
had
visiting
the
pitcher take all the highlight. Whoa, look at that! Look at that copter.
uh,
Blackhawk over.
look at a black hole passing by
Look like
here.
a Blackhawk over GW. Wow. You don't see that every day. Even count 2-2. The wind up. Release. Ooh, and swung at a pitch on the dirt. And we get the out. That counts as a strikeout for Alfred.
I'm not gonna lie though. South Bronx came here to play as well. Like they're pitching.
Huh. They are no joke.
Having their names on the back of their jersey is very intimidating. in the American and Irish, that's a very intimidating jersey.
Yeah, no, I like the colors,
I love the colors, yeah.
of the Phoenix. Purple and gold.
I think the Phoenix red and orange.
Hey. Just because the Phoenix is red and orange don't mean that they can't be purple and gold.
That's true.
Was that a ball or was that a...
Yo, Phoenix could be purple too.
It is the Lakers because Mamba mentality right there.
Wow, that was a low strike.
And strike on number 0. Alfred got through that first batter on 5 pitches. Let's see what he does on the
Up.
second one. Fouled back.
Heads up, heads up!
And the softball girls
I'm sorry for
brought their gloves today, so they're
yeah.
good.
You're right, you're right. I'm screaming at your ears. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a strike.
Oh,
Little low.
borderline pitch just
The balls.
underneath the knees, so the Phoenix batter holds up and evens out the count. 2-2. And another foul. Oh,
It went into the bucket. Let's go.
it made it into the bucket.
Let's go.
You get that on camera?
Nah,
Switching in time?
I was, but I'm like, I
Are
wasn't
you
sure.
switching?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was gonna follow
Yeah,
me.
I'm follow everything.
So yeah, South Bronx campus. Not too long ago, got their whole field redone. I don't know, maybe it might have been the Yankees actually. Yankees have been fixing up parks around the South Bronx in that neighborhood, Mount Haven. They did PS 29. They did Malali.
Is that far away from me?
It's 149 Third Avenue, that area. Oh, Hilo Boncho! He is not happy about that call. He was walking back. He was walking to first base, and he disagreed with that one. But that is a backwards K for Alfred Alcantara.
So talk about the park. Like, what was their field now, and what was the renovation?
So they got brand new turf across the entire field. It was before it was just patchy. It was uneven. The track around the field was just not looking good at all. It's been like that for decades. But recently, I want to say for past, and a line drive to center, which is gonna drop for a base hit. And the Phoenix got a runner on first with 2 outs. So yeah, now their field is nice. They got a real nice turf field, similar to this one where you got the dirt on the bases, everything else is turf, but it's smooth and it's a nice bright green. And right in the center of their field, you see a Phoenix. So it's it's a really nice
That's
field.
really nice.
You see all the old Puerto Ricans they take out their beach chairs and they put them off on Brook Avenue, right there, right on Brook, and they watch the game. They usually get like a crowd of like 30 plus of old heads from the neighborhood.
The reason why I asked because as a South Bronx kid growing up, we be seeing those type of fields out there. Going with my grandmother, watching a high school baseball team. Hanging around the park. We was outside most of the time. And he's a grounder towards third, throw to first.
And
in
the
time.
routine play right there for the last out. 6-3 for out number 3.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see that a lot of schools are getting their field renovated. Now, here's my question: when are we going to redo the track field here?
Oh, it's a big investment, and usually those aren't the overnight
Yeah,
fixes. Those usually take a couple, even like 10 years at a time. You need investments from your politicians and sometimes professional baseball teams and players to come back.
for sure. Yeah, but it's a beautiful field. I mean, like I went to school in Grand Street. When I was there, they just got their field renovated, and it's beautiful. But for me, I'm not a fan of turf. I like actual grass, but hey. Nah, man. Hit that. There you go. All right. We take a little quick break. We'll be right back.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iDidBeat.com.
Try commentate.
Top four.
He said he'll do one inning.
I mean,
Good, let him keep going though.
are we in bottom four?
If it's comfortable.
Wait, what inning is this?
This is gonna be the bottom of the third.
All right, let me fix that for you. So click that and click save. Yep, you got it. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, he's young. I mean, because in high school, it's probably because black and white.
And we're back. First pitch low.
He's a lefty, right?
Yeah, he's a left hitter. Ball.
Brian Mello takes the first pitch for a ball. Second pitch low again. Looks like the South Bronx pitcher is trying to find his zone. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Brian is in the driver's seat and fouls it back to us. And right back to the crowd. They all got to look up. Make sure they don't get a concussion down here.
Like the ball comes and hits the monitor. The monitor does got already a good fall.
Hey, this monitor can handle more than what you think. This monitor has fallen down all these steps and it is still up and running. Now, who? What I don't think can handle. Toma, hey, keep your heads up because
Yo.
if you don't, next thing rolling down these steps might be a spectator. Brian Mello is keeping us all on our toes.
All right.
Switcher, you don't gotta get.
2 strikes.
Count is 2-2.
All right, so we have a new commentator with you. He's JV baseball team. Let's give a shout out to my man. What's your name?
On the dirt.
Yeah, my name is Saul Soriano. Okay, got it.
Down on the dirt. Good thing that the umpire got his shin guards on because that thing hit him right there. He would have been done because this guy's throwing at least upper 80s. That'll fracture your shin in a heartbeat. Brian Miller with a full count. Got to defend. And this pitcher got to attack the zone.
Ball.
And borderline ball right below the knees, but Brian earns a walk. Great at bat by Brian, fouling off a couple of hits. Brian off a
Now
cut.
Corbin up is next.
Yeah.
Ready
Corbin,
to
our
hit.
catcher. With no outs, Brian on first. Carbone takes off his hat, wipes off the sweat. And is that a sign? When the coach takes off the hat and wipes off the sweat, is that a sign? Does that count as a sign?
I'm not sure. Uh, just moves his hands.
All right, Brian takes a heavy lead. Got his left hand out. That is clear indication that he is ready to go. Oh, is that a balk? No. Did they call time? What happened there? That was awkward.
It definitely was. I
That
don't
was
know
awkward. What
that
happened
was.
there? Did the batter call time or because? And he's off running, and Brian
And
gets
safe. Safe
in
that
there
second.
safe. Had a really good
That
jump.
was a nice steal.
But not gonna lie, the South Bronx catcher almost got him.
Definitely. It was
ex-
really close. It was a
it-
good throw and a good catch.
I think shortstop might have just put his glove a little too forward. If he would have waited for the ball to reach and made
Yeah.
the tag, it would have.
Right at the feet, it would have been a
Right at the feet, he would have caught
would
him.
have been a correct.
And strike one. That can't be strike one. I lost count. I got too distracted by that weird.
Nah, it was strikeout. It was strike one.
That was strike one. Brian showing like he want to steal third too, and that's a much harder bag to steal.
Oh.
And Corbin fouls it back. Corbin is behind.
You got the switcher?
Corbin is behind. You got to
Two
defend now.
strikes.
Yeah, we can switch. I just switch if you want to do Cam. Okay. Yo, if you don't stick.
Last at bat, Corbin struck out looking, and a high pitch. He ducks. Count is 1-2.
Ball two, right?
This is ball two. I got it as 1-2 in my book, but I kind of zoned out not too long ago. So, runner on second, no outs. This is a good opportunity for an RBI for Corbin Mendez, and a high pitch gets past the catcher, but recovers it quick because the fence is right behind them. Good job holding up by Mello.
Good hold back.
That's good base running. A lot of the newer kids would just go as soon as they see that.
Yeah.
But he has enough experience to know that ball and that fence is right next to the catcher. And if it bounces directly back at him, you got to hold up.
Out.
And not only that, he saw firsthand the arm of that catcher. Now the ball's a little further away from the catcher. And now this
Safe
time
again
Brian
at
goes.
third.
Another stolen base off of a pass ball.
Full count.
Full count. Hey, I know exactly what Corbin's waiting for right now. Fastball.
Without a doubt.
He is sitting fastball and just touching the ball, putting it in play will bring
Brian.
Brian in. Take the lead for this game.
Oh.
Wait, so can I raise it or like no? Yeah, you can raise it.
Corbin is fighting. So far, 6 pitch at bat. There's a couple of
Oh.
and a high
A high fly ball.
fly ball
Funny.
to the infielder. Oh, and he drops
Drop.
it.
Wow.
E4.
What a mistake.
What a huge mistake by the second baseman from the Phoenix. And
And even Corbin thought it was safe.
Corbin thought it was,
He was
out.
out.
but
He was out.
Corbin got good fundamentals, though.
Yeah.
He kept on running
he's
down
safe,
to
he's
first,
We
no
got
matter
we
what.
got a new runner. Got a pinch runner for the catcher.
Pinch runner for the catcher. Is it a pinch runner or courtesy runner?
I think.
'Cause
Because
if
there's
it's
no
a-
outs.
If there is no outs, but if he's a pinch runner, that means Corbin's out the game.
Oh no, definitely not. It's courtesy.
Usually the courtesy runner comes when there's 2 outs. But the runner's on the corner. No, you know this is the automatic steal. No throw down.
Ooh.
I didn't see the call.
Not sure.
Now the Trojans got runners in scoring position, one 90 feet away, and one that, with his speed, is practically 90 feet away.
Strike two, yes. Want to see Big Baby do something.
This is the time for Big Baby to shine. This is what he wants to do. And any one of his hits will bring in at least one run.
Yeah,
He
he
got
just needs to
enough
make
power to take it
contact.
out, but even a long out. And that
Another high
might do
fly
that
ball.
might do the trick. That might bring in Brian Mello. Sack fly to the right
Oh, wow,
fielder.
and it is
And
safe.
it is a bad throw down home, and that brings in, that's a sack fly. Brings in
Safe
that
at
runner.
home and third.
That feels good. I ain't gonna hold it. We're winning right now? 2-1, right?
Trojans are up 2-1. Trojans come in to fight. And we're putting up a fight. Now with one out, runner on third. Coming up to bat, Marcus Peguero, our third baseman. Last time he struck out swinging. First pitch, a little late, fouling it back.
Yeah,
But-
if he just sits back a little more, it would.
Set back a little. Honestly, I thought that pitch was a little high. He should have just let that one go. There's something called a good strike, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Just taking it so you can have a better strike to swing at.
Oh.
And a line drive. That's exactly
Yeah,
what we
that's
need, a
nice.
line
That's
drive down to
exactly what
center.
they wanted.
And the center fielder isn't even charging that ball. Center fielder is not even charging that ball, but that easily brings in a runner.
And now it is Angel at bat.
Angel Gomez at bat.
He's playing center field, right?
Angel is playing left field.
Oh.
One out, run on first. Angel takes the first pitch. But
And
low.
It is a ball.
For it's a ball. There's an order of what things you could do when you're batting them. The best thing is a home run, triple, double, single.
That was
Then
very
there's a
inside ball.
walk. And even a strikeout can be good if you work the count and work the pitcher. So
Yes.
a 6, 7, 8 pitch at bat that you strike out and is also considered successful because you're wearing down.
The pitcher, yeah.
pitcher.
That's what you want to do sometimes. Ooh. Safe.
That's in.
Wow, excellent throw by the catcher. Just missing. Just missing. Each throw is getting closer and closer.
Yes, it's getting better and better every single time.
You know what it is? He's throwing more now, more consistently. So his arm is getting more accurate. He's getting to his pop is getting quicker. Low pitch.
It
for
is a
ball.
ball. Count is yeah, get that out at second.
So Angel calls time. Takes a breath, looks down at Carbone, checks out the sign, and goes back into the box. You know, South Bronx for a long time was what used to be B, Bronx B. Now what B is now Ay lo poncho.
And it is now 2 outs.
2 outs, backwards K for the Phoenix pitcher.
And now it is the lefty Gerald at bat.
So South Bronx used to be in B, and now B is called Double A. And recently, in the past few years, their program has improved big time, where they're now at AAA, same division as GW. So good job to the South Bronx coaches
That is a
in
big
developing their
jump.
players.
Yes, we are. Oh, nice cut.
Gerald Good cut, but fouled it back. Just a little late. You know what? I saw the other team using a pink. And that ball's coming back to us.
Oh, watch our equipment.
Toma.
I didn't even see that ball. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Still a superstar right there.
And Jetta leaves a high pitch up for a ball. And this is really good because in the last few games, Jetta, when he was behind in the count on the high strikes, high fastballs, he would just swing.
Yeah.
He was just going out. He was being too aggressive. So I'm liking that he's now.
Ooh.
Oh, and that bounced off
Hit
his
him on
big
the
toe.
foot.
Yeah. You see. Yeah, he fouled it on his foot, and that
yeah,
hurts.
he hit the ball and it hit his foot. Yeah.
He fouled it off onto his foot, and that hurts big time. That's happened to me a few times, and that's a broken nail. He's taking that off in a few
Without
days.
a doubt.
He's taking that off in a few days. Jedi, don't show your toes anytime soon.
Shook it off. Shook it off. And he's now back to destroy the ball.
Pitch is low.
Soriano.
I see this team using the pink bat.
Send it.
The other team has an all pink bat. Is this for and high and foul, but no communication between the catcher and the first baseman, letting that ball drop. That should have been an out.
This has been done many times now. Many miscommunications.
The pitcher's pissed off about that one.
Yes.
He should have been
Because
out of the inning. You know, you're making me work more because you guys didn't communicate. And la bola se llama mía, you know?
And the pitcher should never catch a ball. It should always be
Hit hard to first baseman, but he takes it himself for the unassisted out.
And made the 3 outs.
U3 to end the inning. But not before scoring 2 runs. Trojans take the lead. Score is now 3-1. See you guys after the break.
You already know, for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.idetbeat.com.
If he winds up the pitch. First pitch, strike in every ballpark. Varsity is ahead in the count. 1-1, the release. Hey, got him fishing for that one. Got him dancing. He was off balance on
Yeah,
that
he
pitch.
was.
He was way ahead of it. And it looks like he was swinging a golf club, not a baseball bat.
Definitely. He was looking for the hole in one.
Last at bat, he grounded to the third baseman. Ooh, borderline call there, but called ball for count of 1-2. Oh, hard hit
Nice hit.
to the right fielder. Solid contact. Good hitting by the Phoenix batter. Run on first with no outs. Phoenix, South Bronx Phoenix are trying to return the favor after falling behind 2 runs last inning to the Trojans. Strike called on the knees. Alfred so far has thrown 38 pitches, 31 for strikes.
That's good. That's good.
And spoke a little too soon. Make that 8 balls instead of 7. But the runner did not advance. Trojan catcher kept the ball in front of him, and the runner hesitated to leave. So runner
That's
is
all the
still on
catcher
first, no
usually
out.
wants to do, just leave the ball in front of him.
Oh, and a high hit to the right fielder. Gets over his head. Got to play it off the fence. Catches it and releases. Hits the cut. And all runners are called safe. Excellent piece of hitting by the South Bronx batters.
It was a good block by Marcus because if he didn't block it, it would have been a very bad thing.
Forget it. If he didn't block it, that's an automatic ground rule. Runners advance.
Yes.
But you know what? It was a good block, but it was a good throw to the cutoff.
It was.
Right? It was straight to the cutoff. Raul made a accurate throw to third base. You know, everything was in line, and that's what you want to see. And it's like what Corbon says: when you hit the cutoff, good things happen.
Yeah.
This was a play on milliseconds. You know, if that ball would have gotten there a few milliseconds before, it would have been out.
The fastest way to get to point A is from point A to point B is a straight line. So that's always what you want to do with the cutoff.
Ball 2 for number 24. I'm just wondering how come that runner hasn't advanced.
Yeah, he had a good opportunity to do
With
that.
no outs and a runner on third, this should be the automatic steal. But I think his coach told him something. I see him with his hands up.
And that is
And the throw wasn't actually forced
it was
for the
not
runner
for-
on second.
yeah,
He
it
was trying to
not
cut
for
it
the
off
out.
early to see if the runner on third
Would go.
and catch him in a rundown. Smart
That's
play.
a smart play.
Smart play.
Always try to get the front runner out. The lead runner.
Ooh, big swing and a miss for a strikeout.
1 out. This looks like the first baseman.
1 out with runners on second and third. Number 26. Yeah, I like the South Bronx jerseys. They got some nice stitching on them.
Looks like wannabe Lakers, but it doesn't look too bad.
I like the double stitching. I like the white outline over the gold.
Yeah, it looks good.
They were done really nice, and I like the pipes on their stirrups. You know what Coach Prime says? If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good. And that's what all these young men are hoping for. Look good, play good, and hopefully in the near future get paid good.
Yeah, looking for that
Make a
opportunity. That's all we're looking for.
Sometimes people say they want to be an MLB player, but as teachers we say use your talent as an opportunity to go to school.
Yes.
Be able to get a really good education and not have to pay a penny. Ride those scholarships all the way to your bachelor's, even a master's degree.
Without an education, you're like nothing.
It's I don't know if you got to see the debate between the Puerto Rico versus DR with Alofoque.
Nah, I wasn't able to see that one.
So they made us a really good point. The Dominicans made a good point when they were saying that in DR, because the education system is so poor over there, it's not as advanced as the one that's over here. Baseball is the only way for them to make a living, essentially. Like that's their way out.
Yes, that's all
And-
almost every Dominican kid is looking for, a way to make it out.
So in DR, the argument was that in DR it makes no sense to play in college over there because you won't be successful over there with a degree, or the colleges over there aren't as good or as advanced that it doesn't really benefit them to play in college.
Yeah.
It makes more sense for them to work, and try to get recruited at a young age, at the age of 13, 14. So that's why you see a lot of young Dominican players with a lot of talent. They go to camps as soon as they turn 11, 12.
They start at 9. They're starting.
I know people that as soon as they were able to walk, the first thing the father did was give them a glove. Called strike. So they were saying in that debate that they're arguing which country produces the better players. Is it DR or is it PR? And the Dominican argument is we have more people with the highest salaries in the MLB. We have more Dominican players in the MLB. And then the Puerto Rican debate was saying that even though we have less players, we have 5 tool players versus DR will produce more power hitters or 2 to 3 tool players versus the full 5 tools that you need to have a long career.
Yeah, we definitely produce a lot of pitchers. I feel like pitchers are like the most abundant thing that comes from DR.
I agree. I know friends from Puerto Rico that born and raised in Puerto Rico go to DR or went to DR. They're no longer playing, but went to DR just to work on their pitching.
Yes.
And then came back to Puerto Rico and got scouted by colleges in the States. So they took 2 years, left the island to go to DR for their training.
The bat is very late on that swing, but that's what we enjoy. That's what we need.
That's what we need. We do not want a hit right
Not
now.
at all.
With 2 outs, bases loaded, what you want is something on the ground. Take that ball to the
Yeah.
easiest base, and a ground ball straight to the catcher and gets us
Out.
the
Get him
automatic out at first. Excellent play by the catcher. Excellent play by the Trojan catcher.
1-3. Score is 1-3. Having some great gameplay.
You already know, for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iditbeat.com.
Bottom of the fourth for the Trojans. Batting up number 17, the designated hitter, Luis Torres.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nearly slapped that fence.
aggressive first swing.
One strike.
Fouls it back.
Talk about coming on aggressive in the front of his first bat, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, usually the best pitch is that first
That's
pitch.
probably right.
Oh, called
Strike
strike
two.
two.
I mean, I'm talking right here with the baseball expert, so he knows what he's. I agree to him. I agree with him with whatever he says. And here's
And a hard hit to right
I-
field. It's curving away from the right fielder and just
Oh.
misses foul. That ball bounced maybe like 3 feet from the foul line.
wow.
It was fair, and last minute it started tailing to the right and just
Last minute, you
went
mean
foul.
last second? Last second, not even a second.
It kept on tailing to the
Wow.
right, but that thing was a solid hit to
Good.
right field, and that was a great piece
Yeah.
of hitting. That would have been an easy double.
No, you take out the. Okay, you good. Okay.
Count is 0-2 on Luis Torres.
Here's a one.
And he gets
Wow.
caught up and it gets past the pitcher, barehanded by shortstop.
Oh.
The throw is off, and Luis will get his guaranteed base second.
Uh,
So Luis reaches on the dribbling
So you gotta be
ball that
quick on
got
the
past
count,
the
bro.
pitcher, and then an error on the throw by the shortstop.
yeah.
Lets Luis make it to second base.
Yeah, I think the pitcher was a little bit slow to react to that grounder. Unfortunately.
So it was just out of reach of the pitcher because his momentum
Ooh, what
takes
slap.
him to his left. High fly ball to the left fielder, and that is an easy out. Routine play.
Yo, my man, what's up? No.
No, I was following it. I wasn't following
No.
this right here. Oh, there you go. Sometimes
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
you always gotta zoom in and out.
We gotta teach the cameraman how to follow balls.
Number 27, Yendri Peralta,
strike.
our right fielder,
Two out. One
takes
out.
the first pitch strike. One runner out. Luis Torres is on second base. High pitch over the batter, evening out the count.
1-1.
1-1. You see the shortstop close to Luis, holding him to the bag, trying to
Here we go.
prevent him from advancing. Grounded to third base. He took a second to look at Luis, pushes him back to second base, and then makes the throw across the diamond.
You gotta follow the ball,
5-3.
man.
For the second out.
You gotta throw the first too.
Now up the lefty, the power lefty, Brian Mello, our starting shortstop number 2, Brian Mello. Now with 2 outs, runner on second. First pitch low, call ball.
If I'm following, also getting closer. Yeah. So it looks like it's
Carbone is going to tell him to play small, one base at a time. If Brian gets on right now, from a hit, you'd have runners in the corner. So far, 2 balls, no strikes. Third pitch up and in, pushing Brian off the plate. Right past the chin. Brian stares down at Carbone, looking at the signs. Carbone puts up 2 fists. Let's see what 2 fists means. Does he have the green
I
light?
think the first time he pitches a 3-0.
Yeah, this pitcher has been throwing strikes all game. It's the first time that I see him go
0 and 3-0.
3 and 0.
And
And that is ball 4. Trojans now have
Runners on first and second with two outs. And Abe hits it at the mound.
catcher is telling the pitcher, hey, calm down. You've been pitching a gem all game. Don't let the game get to you.
especially that you have a 1 on second with 1 out, and we have a couple of big hitters coming into the plate.
Well, 2 outs.
Oh, it's 2 outs.
So
Oh,
the conversation really
2 outs.
is get the ball on the ground
Yeah.
so that the fielders could throw to the easiest base. They have a force on every single base. So if we could get a ground ball, we get out the inning.
That's
Just
right.
keep the ball out of the air, especially right field, which is a short right field fence.
Here's a
First
strike.
pitch strike for number 21, Corbin Mendez.
And because you're only down by 2, you don't want to you don't want them to get any more runs because it'll be difficult to catch up if you are the losing team.
Pitch inside,
1-1.
and you could tell that he's losing control because he's been throwing so much.
For sure.
You know, he's just physically getting tired, and it's
Out of those fast pitches, I can imagine. You could see that the speed was actually
and Corbin gets hit by pitch HBP, and that will load up the bases for the last person that this pitcher wants to see right now.
Oh my goodness.
Bases loaded for Ramon Big Baby Jimenez. This is the guy that with one swing can bring all of them home.
Oh, for sure. He definitely got power. We already said this on YouTube since he started streaming, and especially last year, he did have a grand slam. So he is known to a lot of teams out here, and I'm pretty sure the coaches warned them watch out for this hitter.
Absolutely. You know, all of their stats are still available from previous seasons. I'm sure coaches, because I used to do this, we used to keep the books from the previous season and looked at what each returning player did to their team the year before. And he probably told them, watch out for number 4.
Watch out for number 4. You definitely
You
gotta
know,
watch out for him.
do not pitch into him. Work around. First pitch down, just missed for ball 1.
I mean, listen, I'm scared with him right now, but with the pink bat, you never know, man. That pink bat must. There we go.
Past the diving third baseman, fielded and bobbled by the left fielder. That'll bring in 2 runs come in. 2 RBIs for Ramon Jimenez.
That was a really powerful hit, grounded all the way to the left field. Bring him 2 runs. Now, the score is 5-1. 5-1 GW.
Wow,
Man.
let me tell you, that ball came off that bat. That third baseman just reacted, just dove as soon as he heard the crack.
It's
That was
like-
the only thing he could do. That exit velocity on that one had to be 90 plus. And then to make things worse, the left fielder bobbled. That gave the Trojan an opportunity to score 2 instead of 1.
One strike. Yeah.
First pitch strike.
Yeah, and now South Bronx is behind 4 now.
And this is where the Trojans want to be. Have a nice lead.
Exactly.
Up by 4 and let now your bullpen do the work. Popped up, out of play.
Somebody was trying to catch it with their hands, but may not be smart. May not be a smart play. That's
Marcus is down on the count 0-2. With runners on first and second. Big 2-run RBI single for Big Baby. Slapped towards right field, but foul.
yeah. So
Yeah,
the
this
number
is-
28 is finding a pitch. Is finding this 0-2 count. Trying to secure 2 more runs, maybe more.
He got speed at second, and he had Big Baby on first.
Oh, here's
And
another
a line drive
Oh,
to
he
left
missed
field.
it.
It is fair. That'll bring in 2 runs, and the ball makes it to the track, making it a ground rule double.
Well, that's it. There you go. You're inside the park home run, bringing in 3.
I think the umpire called it clean. Umpire called it clean. That is an inside the park
about 3 more
home run.
Make that 8
for Marcus Peguero. Inside the pucker. Hard line drive past
That's right.
the left fielder, that is the long side of this field. That ball just keeps on going
Oh, yeah.
and going and going and going. And once it got past the left fielder, there was no hope. Everyone's coming
That's
in.
it.
And because of the speed of our runners, all of those runs count. Excellent base running, excellent piece of hitting
Ball
by
one.
Marcus Peguero. He just broke this game open.
It's unfortunate, leading up to this inning. It was a good game, but and that is a foul ball. Man, that owning is getting any balls.
Balls that's over there is like
And you
strike,
know
yes.
what this is? This is fatigue. This was a close game up until the point that that pitcher from South Bronx got tired. You could
Exactly.
see that he doesn't have as much control. The Trojan batters are now seeing him for the second, even the third time for some players. So they're now getting his timing, and this was the inning for him to get pulled out. You don't want him to become a pitching machine for these batters, especially for these Trojan batters who are one of the better hitting teams in the league.
Right. And they're cracking him open, and that's what happened.
The South Bronx coach should have taken him out at the start of this inning, put in a new arm to throw off the balance of the Trojan hitters. Someone who maybe throws slower because they got so used to his hard, fast pitching that someone that actually throws softer and a hard, long hit
Whoa.
down center field. That's going to be a standing
There
double
you go.
for Angel Gomez. A long, long hit. In some other fields, that's a home
That's
run.
what I was gonna say.
In some other fields, let me not say some other fields. In
most
most
of the
fields,
fields, that
that's
is
a
a
home
home
run.
run. There you
The South Bronx Phoenix are lucky that we're playing on a football field, because in a baseball field, that is long past 300 feet. Let me tell you that
I
one.
could
That
tell you
is
that
out.
for sure.
I play in Poughkeepsie, upstate, on Sundays, and that ball is out
That's out.
in those fields out
Nah,
there.
that's out. That ball is out. Maybe
That was
going
it.
just barely past the ball.
Significantly past 300 feet. But unfortunately, because we play on a football field, it's a shared field.
Yep.
It's much bigger than a regular sized ballpark. But that was a bomb. Those outfielders kept on running and running. And you knew it was out when they stopped looking at the ball. The outfielders turned and just ran straight, because once you do that, that means that ball was hit hard and it's going to travel.
That's it. And
Angel has been getting some excellent pieces of wood on those balls the past few games. The last home game, he hit a solid line drive, almost in the same area. He's making solid contact. If he keeps this up, you might see some scouts around here by the end of the season.
oh, no doubt.
New arm. Oh.
Definitely new
Call to the bullpen for the South Bronx Phoenix.
I mean, honestly, it's about time because, that pitcher was getting tired. He lost
After-
his speed.
After back-to-back hits, it is time for Call to the Bullpen. Brought to you by T-Mobile.
And Popeyes.
Popeye's chicken,
Have you tried that?
so good, make you want to slap your mama.
There you go. Have you tried the new fish sandwich? It is so crispy, so elegant, so juicy. We just have the opportunity to have one here today. Thank you, Popeyes, for sponsoring this video. So, we are back to the game.
Gerald Columna is now up to bat with 2 outs and
another
a
one.
ground hit down the middle past the second baseman and shortstop. That'll bring Angel Gomez in. And safe call that second. There's a single. He advanced on the throw.
I'll add one more to GW.
One more for GW. Now,
Is
with Luis Torres coming up to bat, that means every single Trojan has taken a hack.
that 9 or 10?
This will be the 10th batter
I mean, the whole one.
of the inning.
What's the one?
Luis Torres started the inning.
Strike one.
Started the inning making it to first base on an error from the shortstop, and he's trying to continue it.
All right, draw.
Pass ball. That'll advance the runner.
I gotta double check the score. Is it 10-1 or 9-1? Do you know, Lopez?
6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, so I just got a confirmation from Ms. Russo, our principal, that there is indeed a baseball scout on in our audience today.
Ah, where is he? Because I don't see him.
There's a strike right here.
It don't matter. We'll send this video out to all the scouts. That's the beauty of live streaming, of Media Communication High School. We have this platform. And a pass ball will score another run. Gerard
There
Columna
you go.
steals home on a pass ball. Excellent base running by the George Washington Trojans.
I believe that makes it 11-1, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1.
10-1. I gotta double check that.
Wow, this catcher hasn't been able to squeeze any of those balls lately ever since we switched pitchers. Another ball for Luis Torre.
I guess he's used to the working with the other pitcher, but unfortunately,
That just means that ball has some movement that he's not used to. Big hack by Luis Torres, but just missed, fouling it back. You see a couple of the Phoenix pitchers warming up on the side just in case, but
oh,
Luis fouls it back. Luis now has 2 strikes and has to defend the plate.
2 strikes already.
The pitch,
Bonner.
high swings and an error by the first baseman.
Ah, make that 2 errors.
And the pitcher could not recover the ball. That, once again, Luis, for the second time this inning, will reach first base on another error
In the same inning. Wow.
in the same inning.
Wow.
This first time was an E6, error on the throw by the shortstop.
Reset
This
the strikes.
time,
Yeah.
it is an E3,
I think I.
error on the first baseman. This really took a downward turn for the South Bronx Phoenix. This is, and it's a shame because it's playing so solid baseball
Yeah,
for the first
definitely.
3. I enjoy those close games a lot.
I definitely do, and that's the type of game I really love to see. Close games.
Raul Media leaves that ball up, moves back into the box. With 2 outs, runner on first. Raul is not trying to end this inning now.
Strike 1.
Raul hit a fly ball to left field this same inning. And he's trying to change his what it says on the book now. He wants a hit. Ball on the ground, gets past the catcher, and easy bag for Luis Torre.
Resulting in a run, still in second space.
Now we have 2-1
2 balls, 1
on
strike.
Raul Media with a runner on second. Another hit could potentially bring in another run. And that's what Carbone is looking for, because after 5 innings, up by 10, you apply the Mercer rule.
And
He's trying to go home early,
of course.
Carbone. He does not slow down just because he has a big lead. He tells his boys, run, run, run. We're going to steal. We're going to play
There we
aggressive.
go.
Long, hard hit to the left field. He's moving back. And caught by the left fielder. That is another F7 for the 3rd out of the inning. And once again, in another ballpark that isn't a football field, that ball could have been out.
That could have been out.
But innings over, but not before scoring. 1, not 2,
Yes,
not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6,
yes,
but
that
7
one.
runs this inning.
Yeah, 1. There you go.
Trojans lead 10-1.
We'll be right back after this message. Stay tuned.
Still on the mound, Alfred Alcantara.
Three
First
hits
pitch
already.
on in the dirt. Ball one for number 0 from South Bronx.
So you already know how it works. I feel like it's a little different because I think when you in upstate or the schools outside the city,
Big swing and a miss. He was way above that ball.
they only kept it in the auditorium. In other schools, it's the entire school. That's how it is.
All right, my mic is back on and running. So here we go. Oh, it does the same pitcher.
It's still Alfred. And you know he's cold because that was a long half inning right there. Alfred has not pitched in maybe 20 minutes.
I say. I mean,
Minimum 20 minutes because every single Trojan got to bat and some people who got to bat twice. So definitely he got to find the zone again. And third pitch high, count is now 3-1.
shout out to all the families that's watching from the Dominican Republic. Muchas gracias. I think that's the best my Spanish can go at the moment.
Saludos, saludos a la familia en la República Dominicana
Here you go. Nah,
que siempre nos brindan apoyo aquí a los Trojans de Washington Heights. Siempre apoyando a sus hijos, nietos, sobrinos. Los Trojans estamos por encima 10-1 el conteo. 3-1. Y boleto gratis
ball high.
para el bateador de los Phoenix del sur del Bronx.
I'll let you know.
That was 4 balls and 1 strike at that at bat. Ooh, just missed. That was a borderline call. Actually, just missed his spot right there. He is now behind in the count 1-0 with runner on first and no outs.
Hit it.
And ground ball, but pulled foul past the third baseman. Count is even 1-1. Last at bat, number 2 made it to first. First at bat, grounded to second. And a very, very weird stolen
Very
base.
weird.
Very weird slide by the South Bronx runner.
I mean, it worked. If it works, it works, right?
Well, you know what? They say if you after a game your uniform is clean, you didn't work hard
That's
enough.
right. I mean, the dry cleaner, the washing machine would be happy. Or laundry mats. Get them clothes dirty.
Alfred is now close to 70 pitches this game, and you can tell that he has less control, similar to the South Bronx pitcher.
And now there's 2 on base.
And he walks the second batter in a row. Now with runners on first and second, Carbone and Coach Bobby pay a visit to the mound. This might be it. This might be it for Alfred, who's had a dominant performance so far. Having a conversation, asking him, hey, how do you feel? Do you have a big lead? Can we finish the inning? Or should we call in the reinforcements?
And seeing how he was shaking his head, I think they're going to probably let him try to finish out.
Well, pitchers always shake their
Yeah.
head. They never want to be taken out. You know, they say, I started the inning, let me get out of the
right,
inning.
yeah.
And it looks like Alfred will stay in with a 9-run cushion. There is no need to take him out at the moment.
So if the pitcher
So if the
chooses
pitcher chooses to stay in
with that 9-run cushion, the coach
more often than not
respects him
and lets him
stay.
tells him,
Close.
you know, Get the next batter. You know, that's your job. Just get the next batter.
One ball, yeah.
If you can't get them, then we'll have another conversation.
I think it's one.
One more point would be a mercy thing, right?
There's a grounder to
And
third.
a ground ball to a
Oh.
diving shortstop, but gets past them. Good recovery by the left fielder Angel Gomez. Getting to that
Yes,
ball
nice.
rather quickly and throwing it in. Bases are now loaded with no outs for number 18. When his last at bat got
No,
a
we said
single
it because he already scored
and
one.
grounded out
I mean, he already scored.
to third base in his first at bat. This is a tough situation for the Trojans. No outs, bases loaded. And a chopper down to shortstop. That should be an easy double play. Oh, but they only opt to get the runner
Yeah.
10-2
10-2.
on a
10-2,
fielder's
10-2,
choice.
yeah. One out. And take out, put second to third. There you go.
You got runners on the corners with just one out. South Bronx Phoenix are trying to avoid a mercy rule. With that run, they just pretty much avoided it.
I mean, my son has his first game on this Saturday, April 2nd. That's going to be exciting to watch.
So now batting is number 44. That is the South Bronx pitcher. It looks like he took the spot of number 17 for the second out of the inning.
Second out and another one for, so it's 10-3.
That'll push in one more run, but
Yep, another out.
the Trojans could afford that run. They're just trying to get the guaranteed out to get out the inning and get a brand new arm for the following inning. Number 24 takes the first pitch high.
4-1.
Flied out to the shortstop the first inning, struck out swinging in the fourth. Called strike right on the knees. Alfrey has officially passed the 70 pitch mark. And a big fly ball to the right fielder, but routine fly. F9 for the third out.
Out. So we should
Inning ends, but not before the South Bronx Phoenix caused some damage. 2 runs
Bottom
score.
of the sixth, bottom of the fifth, yes.
Score is now 3-10. We'll be back right after these short messages.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.identbeat.com.
bottom of the fifth. First pitch for the 27 is a strike one. Strike, yeah. Second pitch, pop up, foul.
Popped up back.
I think we're trying to play volleyball. 2 strikes.
Yeah. With 2 strikes, no balls, Yendi Peralta now has to defend the plate. Next pitch high.
Ball one.
Count 1 and 2.
Now the camera stood and they hit the ball and see me move. That's me.
Another foul back towards the stairs. And that ball got past everybody. It's going down those steps down there. Another one back, this time towards the scaffolding. Hope they're wearing their hard hats. I saw a couple of pigeons fly after that one. And strike out looking. Backwards K for South Bronx Phoenix pitcher. First out. Now up to bat, Brian Mello. Number 2, the shortstop for the George Washington Trojans. The wind up, the pitch. And strike right on the knees. Hitting the corner of that plate. Excellent pitch. Excellent pitch. That was the outside corner. Brian calls time. He sets his feet.
No, bro.
Hard hit down to third base. Third base double clutches and gets the routine 5-3. You know what I never understood? Celebrating after getting a routine play. I get it. Like, it's a celebration, but it's just a routine play. You know, toss the ball around. Don't toss the ball around when you're down by 8 runs.
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
Oh, and he went. Corbin tried to check his swing, but he went, and they called it on him, strike 1. Last at bat, he got hit by a pitch. The following one, he got to first on an error by the second baseman, and struck out looking in his first at bat. Pitch. Oh, it's called strike looking right on the knees. Corbin did not agree with that one, but that is a borderline call. That's right on the knees. That one's low and away, gets past the catcher. Count is 1 and 2. 2-2. Count is 2 and 2. Number 21, Corbin Mendez, the catcher for the George Washington Trojans. Now batting with 2 outs. Count is full 3-2. Pitcher's locked up, has to throw a strike, and with no one on base, that's exactly what he's going to go for. He's going to challenge Corbin right now. Oh, and just missed. He's been throwing in that zone the past few pitches, and he got that called, or similar pitches called strike in this at bat. So he said, let me go back to the pitches that I've been getting. But Corbin held up, and that one seems to be just a tad bit lower than the last few, and that earned him a walk.
Yes, for the better up, Big Baby.
Big Baby, who in his last at bat, RBI, 2 RBI single. Corbin will take that bag off that pass ball. So stolen base for Corbin off a pass ball. Ball 1 for Ramon Big Baby Jimenez. Now with 2 outs, runner on second. Another opportunity for Jimenez to score an RBI. And a solid line drive straight to the center fielder. That will bring in 1 more run. And he's just jogging home. It's taking his time. Corbin rounds the bases now. Ramon, second hit of the game. Another RBI. That's so far, Big Baby has an RBI, a sac fly in the third inning, two RBI single in the fourth inning, now an RBI single in the fifth inning. This has been Big Baby's game.
For sure, he was 3 and 3. No,
He, so far, he has a walk, a sac fly, a single, and a single.
yeah,
So he is 2 for 3 and has earned a walk with 3 RBIs. That's a ground ball to short, and they'll take the force at second to end the inning.
so back on top of this, in the top of the grind. GW's leading by 8. We'll be right back. Press number 1.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iditbeat.com.
You know what, Mr. Lopez? I'm surprised that the same pitcher is still pitching this game.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He had a rough outing last inning, but I guess with the big cushion, Carbone wants to save his arms for a later game, maybe this week.
As he takes a strike.
First pitch try.
Yeah, I was a little surprised about that. I thought I was just gonna search him about this inning, but foul.
Ball is pulled foul, and the South Bronx coach dances out the way of that ball.
Hey, some coaches can be a pretty good dancer, I gotta say, for sure. So 2 strikes, 1 ball, no balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, looks like Ifrey was pitching to Shaquille O'Neal there, 'cause that ball was high.
Yeah, who do you know who's the tallest baseball player of all time? Big Papi?
No,
No?
please don't say anything crazy like that. They get Big Papi. Big Papi's nowhere near.
Yeah, I don't think
It's-
he's that tall. Eh, he's taking strike. 3 call.
And strike 3, back to the bench. Number 26, strikeout swinging. First out of the inning for Alfred Alcantara. That brings them up to 80 pitches so far. Pitching fairly effective. 61% of his pitches have been strikes. And strike called right on the knees.
So the fact that he's still throwing strike is phenomenal.
What I think also is that the shorter inning also helped.
That's
Not having such a big rest. Remember, the previous inning, his whole team batted, and some of them batted twice. So all that waiting kind of throws off your timing, and you get cold. This time, it was a quick inning, unfortunately for the Trojans. But, ooh, and another quick strikeout swinging. This is going to be a quick inning if he keeps this up. There are 2 outs, both by K's. Now the leadoff batter, number 13. Top of the lineup.
Sure, gonna miss strike one.
I felt the gust on that one. So yeah, going back to who's the tallest baseball player, it has to be Stanton and Judge.
I haven't
It's 6'7".
6'7". Manny Mamera did used to go to the school. And
Strike
he did graduate.
two.
I believe he graduated in what, 2005? I'm not too sure. Maybe earlier than that.
No, he must have graduated much earlier than
Yeah,
that.
I'm bugging out.
By 2004, he had a World
You're right,
Series
you're right,
ring.
you're right, you're right. Manny's 50. Wow. One ball, two strike.
You sh- you sure he's 50? You looked it up? I I don't think he's that
Yeah,
old.
I don't think he's that old, man. Poncho. He will have to
Batter holds
graduate in.
Manny Ramirez is 50 years old.
Oh, look at that.
Oh. Manny being Manny.
So he must have graduated before the school became four. Fajita.
Alfred really thought that last pitch that he threw was a strike. He was walking out of the field. Blue told him, "You got to go back. We ain't done yet." Full count for the South Bronx Phoenix batter. Alfred will now just throw a fastball down the pipe and challenge him. And now the inning ends with a backwards K for Alfred Alcantara, who has had a dominant performance this game.
Wow, talk about what, 3 strikeouts. This kid still got it.
Now up to 87 pitches. His strike to ball ratio is 61 to 39. You can't ask more than that. So far, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts this game.
That's impressive.
9 strikeouts in 6 innings with a bunch of ground outs and only 4 walked batters.
Impressive stats. That's what I gotta
That's
say.
a very impressive stats that will get him a full scholarship. Where's that scout
With
at?
that scout, I think he's right there.
I'm gonna give him my book at the end so he can know
let's
what
see if we can point the
Alfred did
camera to
today.
the scout. You know what the scout's at? Point it at him. Point the camera.
Point him out.
Point the camera. And you sit- Where's the scout at? Nah, I think one of the guys. Oh, fun facts. One of the guys out there, the tall one, he used to play for the. He used to play for the Chicago Cubs, or was it the Cleveland Indians? He was a Major League Baseball player himself. But I don't know about the guy next to him. I think he's probably the scout. Yeah. Yeah. Now it gotta be a D1 because D3 ain't gonna look for baseball players like that. Only D1, maybe be D2. But D3, forget it.
D3 do not offer scholarships.
right.
It's only D2 and
No, they don't.
They don't. D3 does not
I'll go
offer
to-
scholarships.
Only
Anything.
sports.
Oh, yes, they do.
No.
I can show you 3 Division 3.
Big hack by Angel Gomez, but miss.
Strike one. Guess it depends on the school, but majority of the D3 school don't give scholarship. Make that one and one.
Not sports
Not
scholarships.
sports scholarship.
They can use other scholarships as a way to maneuver around it, but they're usually
Gotcha,
not
yeah.
sports scholarships. They're D3 for a reason. They don't got that big funding.
That's what makes them a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or division 1, division 2.
Angel takes that next pitch for a ball, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I feel like what I want to do is keep it. Look at the camera.
Here's a grounded to second.
Ground. Should be a routine play at this
Oops.
point. 4-3.
That's fine. You can keep it like that, but you gotta move it. You gotta move it. 1 out of the game.
First out of the inning. Now up to bat number 13, Gerald Columna.
That's a
Wow,
pitch.
that ball just cut away from Gerald
Strike one.
and painted that corner
Yes, sir.
for a strike. Even Gerald was shocked. Like, he didn't expect that type of movement from that pitch.
Mm.
Ooh, and just missed right above the letters. Good
pitch-
take by Gerald. I've seen him swing at at those pitches before, right above the letters, and showing good discipline.
I
But
don't-
now he went fishing.
I was about to say that his discipline gotten better, but
And then he does this. We can't say stuff like that because look at what
This is
happened.
what you call
Say,
commentator
look,
curse.
good discipline, and then he's making us look bad.
that's what you call commentator curse, right?
That's a
You struck out.
commentative curse.
You gotta
and
blame that one on the commentator.
we'll take full responsibility for this strikeout. I personally am responsible.
I mean, to be fair, we did, saw his improvement being too aggressive on any pitches, especially when it comes to
And Luis lines it to the first baseman on the first pitch. L3 for the third out of the inning.
And now we are going to the last inning of the ball game. Can South Bronx manage to find 8? Highly likely, highly unlikely. We don't know. Baseball, everything can happen in baseball. We'll be right back.
That's right.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iditbeat.com.
Pitching change for the Trojans now on the mound. Michael Peña, who has been closing the last few games for the Trojan. First pitch misses inside.
Ball one.
Ball one. A borderline pitch at the letters. That is a strike. Michael Peña evens out the count at 1-1. And another high ball. Michael is a sophomore playing varsity. So that says a lot about what he has in his arsenal as a pitcher. Strike 2 called, 22. Pitcher did not agree with that call, but Michael's like, yeah, I got a little sneaky movement there. A little sneaky stuff. Don't
Yeah,
fall
make it
asleep
too-
on me. I'll get you. Michael winds up. Big right-hander. Curveball, dribbler to shortstop should be a routine play. And
He got him on.
called out. Excellent stretch by Ramon Jimenez.
For the minute there, the umpire kind of
6.
hesitated to figure out which.
Yeah, he took a
Yeah, he
while.
was
I
like-
think the Wi-Fi's a little weak down
The
there.
Wi-Fi is always weak down here.
But he got the right call. he was waiting to see if Ramon would drop the ball.
Oh, you
But
remember?
of course, Big Baby with all the experience that he has, he ain't letting. He's squeezing
Internet
it.
Explorer? I think that's what
Ah,
happened. It took some time to load the pages.
it was buffering. He was even his call was in
Like,
slow motion. If you look at it,
there
it was
you
a
go.
slow call. Oh, wild pitch up there, Michael.
2-0.
Michael got to bring it down. He's he's throwing it at the bell tower at this moment.
Oh,
Michael got a
forgot
big
to switch
pitch
the
into,
cameras.
to pitch on. And called strike. 2-1 is the count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Just fan that ball.
Yeah, that's right. 1 out, 1 out.
Big pop out. The second baseman calls
that
it
2
in
outs.
and out.
2 outs,
Raul Meja makes the play for an F4, second out of the inning.
The number 9, Nunez, is the only hope for South Bronx to get any one scored in.
I mean, start taking off your cleats because this is really tough with 2 outs.
How many?
Got to
in?
score 9.
Yeah.
And Michael just, he's going bowling.
I guess they were trying to go for a strike, but it ended up being a spare for a moment there.
Well, with the big lead that they have and no one on base with 2 outs, this is the moment where Michael actually tests out any new pitch that he wants to work on because no harm, no foul. There's nobody on base. Worst case scenario is a home run, and that's only 1 run when you're up by 9. This is his time to really work on the things that he wants to fine tune without it really affecting the game. He already got 2 outs.
There you go.
Steer right called.
So now we're on 2-1.
Michael is in charge now. He is ahead in the count. And just, I believe, 1 strike away from ending the game.
Oh man. Once.
To wind up the release. And a big fly ball towards the third baseman. Will it stay in play? Third baseman is calling it with the
And
foot
it will
on the
stay in
track.
play.
And that is the game. Pop up to the third baseman in foul territory to finish it off.
That's right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The final score is 11-3. GW managed to get one back in.
Another win for the Trojans. A game that started off neck and neck but broke open in the 4th inning with a couple of big hits. 3 RBIs for Ramon Big Baby Jimenez this game. And another big mention was Angel Gomez with some serious hits that same inning to bring in 2 runs.
That's right.
Excellent pitching
Oh,
by
definitely excellent pitching for sure.
Afri Alcantara with 6 innings pitched, only 3 runs, 4 hits,
You guys
and
already packing up, so I don't think so. Yeah.
let's make that 6 strikeouts and 2 walks.
Yeah.
You can leave that camera, you can do it.
Michael Peña was also very effective in his outing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pitches, ground out to the shortstop, fly out to the second baseman, and fly out to the third baseman to end the game.
Well, it's definitely good to see, GW, fixing the issue, making them, fixing the mistakes and stuff like that. Especially after yesterday defeat against Inwood back at Inwood Park. They lost that game 5-0. I was speaking to one of the players earlier today, and I was telling him what happened. Yeah, he was telling me there was a lot of errors that time. But
I've seen Inwood play, and they play very good baseball, very good fundamental baseball. And again, baseball is a game where the team that makes the least amount of errors often, if they're both playing at a high level, the team with the least error wins. And that's just what happened yesterday. Both great teams, great batting, great fielding, but the team with the least amount of errors won.
And look at what happened. That's cost I'm sorry. And look at how many hours that in that one inning caused South Bronx.
That's right. The errors was what caused them from losing by 2 runs to now losing by 8 runs. And it is just the rule of baseball. After the error comes the run. And with a team like the George Washington Trojans, whenever the opposing team makes an error, they will optimize and take advantage, and they will score as many runs as possible. Once they see that little window of opportunity, they will break through.
For sure, they're not gonna sleep on that.
No, sir.
Wow.
Excellent job by Coach Carbone and Coach Bobby over there training these boys. So far, a great season with just a single loss against a good team.
And you gotta think about, this. Not every baseball team is, it's gonna be perfect. It's I don't think any baseball team actually go out the whole season with one or with no losses. In fact,
It is very difficult to go an entire season
with no
flawless.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no.
we expect losses here and there, but
course.
overall, George Washington has proven that even with a new squad of younger players, they are still the powerhouse that they've always been. They've played fundamental baseball, and they do all the little things right. And their record shows it.
Oh,
E-
speaking of the laws, and I'm sorry to cut you off there. What about how you there's a baseball team, Major League Baseball, that have no losses yet? Or they
oh yeah,
lost?
Tampa Bay
Tampa Bay,
Rays.
yeah.
I don't know what a loss
They
is.
still don't know what a loss is, and they got 13-0. I think they actually have one of the best starting records so far in MLB.
Of course, I think they've made the record history with all those wins
Exactly.
and no losses so far.
But they're gonna have to crack at some point.
With 162 games, there's no way for you to
No
go
way,
flawless.
Exactly. But one heck of a start for Tampa Bay, though. I was surprised. I'm like, what?
Absolutely, especially leading the East now with a good amount
Oh,
of
man.
games. But things to change quick.
That's right.
You have the powerhouse Yankees. Solid bats there.
Solid best. Yankees
They are heavy favorites to win the division. But again, the AL East is one
a
of the
tricky
strongest divisions. Is one of the strongest divisions. For the past few years, 3 to 4 teams in the American League East have had as good or better records than the winners of other divisions in the National League and American League Central and West. So, good baseball. You want to see good baseball? You don't got to go too far. Go cross the bridge and head to the Bronx. 161 has one of the best baseball teams in history.
I mean, yeah, that's for those who live in New York. That's the Yankees. Can't say it's the same for the Mets. No offense to the Mets fans out there, but but even the Mets is holding it down though. But nah, the Yankees.